We are back live on MorningLine. Thanks for joining us. Nick Barris here along with Dr. Friday, our tax expert. And boy, a lot of people with questions for you this morning. We're on the plus. 737-7587 is the number off the screen at the moment. But 737-7587. Also streaming live right now on Facebook at newschannel5.com and News Channel 5 Plus. Couple quick questions for you on this. Someone's asking, Candace, if you file joint married, what do you get back? Do both of you have to be taxpayers?
No, you don't. If you're joint married, it's going to be $1,200 each or $2,400. Both people do not have to be taxpayers, but the joint income would have to be $150,000 or less to get the full $2,400. If it goes up to $198,000, they're dropping it by 5% for every dollar. So you may end up with a few pennies if you're actually at the higher end.
Gotcha. Another question, Dr. Friday. Someone who failed to pay their quarterlies as much as they had hoped to are paying some penalties on it. They're wondering if they wait till July 15th, if those penalties will accrue.
No. So if you were supposed to make your payment, your final payment on April the 15th, or your first estimated payment, actually the first two, because we all know April 15th and June 15th are the first two quarters. All of those, there is no penalty or interest being charged as long as you pay everything on or before July 15th. And I will tell you that the state as well, because many people have the hall income tax as well as the franchise excise tax, they are also waiving penalties for filing until July 15th.
Okay, excellent. Listen, let's get to some of these phone calls, several of them for you, and we'll go next to, I believe, Jesse. Jesse, good morning. What's your question? Can you hear me, Jesse? Jesse, turn down the phone. Just talk into the phone. Turn down the TV.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You go ahead and just talk into the phone. Keep the TV down low.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, I got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Let's see. I been drawing Social Security, and my sister was the overseer of it, and she passed away with cancer. Now I'm battling cancer, and the Social Security office is closed. But I got a card and haven't had it activated yet, and because the Social Security office is closed, and I was trying to see, what do I do about getting the stimulus check? Do I qualify to get it? Will they mail me a paper check? Because I get a paper check in the mail right now.
Okay.
And I'm trying to see what do I do about that?
This might be outside your realm, but I have a guess too. But go ahead, Dr. Friday.
Right. So however he is receiving his Social Security today, so he's receiving it by check, he will receive the stimulus the same way.
That's it. Exactly. I mean, and most people, as you well know, get things electronically deposited right now. But because of that circumstance, and I'm sorry for the loss of a loved one there, if he gets it mailed, you'll get the check in the mail. Right? Gotcha. All right. So and there's nothing else he needs to do. I mean, eventually he'll get his card up and running, maybe get direct deposit. But right now, he's squared away.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Let's go next to Ronnie. Hi, Ronnie. Are you there? Hey, Ronnie, go ahead.
Yeah, if I get that, I'm on SSI disability, me and my wife. If we get that check, do we have to pay taxes on it?
Great question. That is one that's been hitting my mailbox a lot, the email box. And the answer is no. The only people that it might become at all taxable would be someone that maybe earned less money in 18 than 19 or 19 versus 20. I think they're using 19 as the rule of thumb. So in your case, you're living off disability. They're giving you, so you will not have to report it. You will not have to file it. It is just an extra check to help you make it through this rough time.
Exactly. And my understanding, too, is, with SSI, the earning limits are very low, and you can't have much money come in. This stimulus check will not affect his benefit in any way, is my understanding.
You're 100%, because it's not earnings.
Right.
So it only affects if you're actually working a job, and this is not. This is more like a gift, I guess you would say, as far as qualifying under tax code. So it will have no effect on his added adjusted gross income.
And again, as she said, a gift. It's not something you have to pay back, though we mentioned earlier, in some cases, you may have to pay some taxes on it down the road. Another one, Demetria just joined us. I think she missed this, but the IRS collecting stimulus money. On back child support. We've confirmed that's the case. That's the one exception. If you owe back child support, you're in arrears, that check will go to pay for that support, not come to you.
Right, and I've had people email me on that subject. How quickly would I get the money? Again, guys, it's going to go through the system, so it'd have to get posted, go through the courts, and then eventually end up in your account. So it's not going to be a fast process.
Let's go next to Sandra, if we have her on there. Sandra, are you there?
Yes.
Hi, Sandra. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. What's your question? Sandra, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sandra, you have to talk to me on the phone. Do not watch the TV. What's your question?
Okay, here's my question.
Okay.
I'm on Social Security. I live with my son. He claims me as a dependent. Will I get a stimulus check? Because I heard and read that I wouldn't.
Okay.
And that's a great question. My understanding is no, because he is getting a benefit from claiming you as a dependent, and you are over the age of 16. Therefore, you are not a child dependent. You are just another dependent. So my understanding is no. I've had several people amending returns for this particular reason, but you know, at this point, he's claiming that he's providing more than 50% of your care. Therefore, you're not living solely off Social Security, therefore not qualified for the stimulus check.
There you go. I'm glad I didn't know the answer to that one. And yeah, that's how it works with a dependent.
That's why I'm here, Nick.
Okay. That's exactly. I'm learning something every day. Let's go next to Linda. Good morning, Linda. Do you have a question for Dr. Friday?
Yes, I do. Good morning.
Morning.
I draw Social Security, and I was just wondering, will I get a check in the mail, or will they deposit it in my checking account? Because I have not filed income tax in several years.
By the way, how do you
great
get
question.
your Social Security now? Is it direct deposit, or do they mail it to you?
Direct deposit.
Okay, Dr. Friday?
Yeah, so I think Nick knows the answer as well, but it's going to go directly in just the exact same way that you receive your monthly Social Security check. This stimulus check will go into that exact same account sometime in the next few weeks, hopefully, if everything goes well from their side.
And Linda, so nothing else you need to do. It should just show up in that account.
Do not file taxes.
Right, there you go. Let's go next to Andrea. Andrea, good morning. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, good morning, Nick. Good morning, Dr. Friday. I have a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
My situation is I have not filed taxes in a couple of years. I found out from my tax professional that if I waited for 2 years to file my tax returns and got my student loans back in a good position, that I'd be able to file 2017, 2018, and 2019 this year and get back all of the money. So since I've not filed taxes in a couple of years, my first question is, will that April 15th deadline that's been extended to June the 15th, will that apply to that situation?
Okay, so you have a couple of different situations.
Will I still get a stimulus check since I haven't filed the taxes, and what year will that refund be based off of?
Okay.
Okay, great. So first, it was good advice. If you have student loan issues, maybe it was good to basically, since you already know you have refunds 17, 18, and 19, you're not going to have any penalties for failure to file, and you may be able to preserve those refunds. I don't know your situation, but I'm assuming your tax person gave you solid advice on that. The good news is this: when you file your 2020, the stimulus will be there. So for all those individuals that are like, I can't file 18 or 19 right now, I have a reason I can't do it, you're not losing it. It's going to be, again, just like 2008 or 9 when we filed the 600, there's going to be a box on your 2020 saying, did you receive, how much did you receive, and then it's going to go into the calculation. So you would get that additional refund in your 2020, so it would be 2021 when you physically put it in your pocket, but it will still be available to you at that time.
Excellent. Quickly, before we go to the break, I'm trying to look at some of these comments coming in on Facebook, and we'll get to more of them as soon as we come back. But it says here, is the website again updated now so that you can put your direct deposit information in? And you said, is it not, or you go to irs.gov?
Okay, so irs.gov is good for address changes. As of at least Sunday, they had not put up on there a new place to be able to update your bank account yet.
Okay.
It may have come up this morning, but as of last night, it was not there.
So if you're someone who has a situation where maybe your bank account is changed or you don't have an active bank account right now, is that something where you would just expect to get a check in the mail?
Exactly. So making sure your address is correct immediately would be your first thing. Second thing is, if you haven't filed your 19 and maybe you've got it prepared, go ahead and e-file it with the bank account. But keep in mind, most of the time you only put a bank account is if you're getting a refund or if you're paying the IRS with money. A lot of people don't want to pay right now, so they don't want to update their banking. If your banking is incorrect, I will tell you that the check will come in the mail.
Excellent. Doc Fridays, stay put. When we come back, more questions for our tax expert as we continue to stream live on Facebook at newschannel5.com and the Plus. And you can call us as well. The number not on the screen at the moment, but 737-7587. If you want to jump in, we'll get to more calls for the good doctor right after this. Stay with us.